This video is for those that are using a remote that has a white hole, not a black hole. We recommend you change your blood sample about every 3 to 4 months. And once you do, throw away the old blood sample vial and start with a fresh new one. What you're going to get from us has 5 foam swabs, 5 plastic vials inside another little Ziploc bag, and the 5 single-use Lancets. I have the wooden base that comes with our systems. I've placed a little plastic vial inside the hole. I've got the little foam swab ready there. The single-use Lancet. My grain alcohol, the wood base, and the dropper bottle come as a little kit from us. We can't ship grain alcohol, so you're going to have to get it locally. Regarding which types of alcohol that are suitable to preserve your DNA sample, please go to our website, viaDNAremote.com. Select the 5-pack 6mm vial kit, scroll down a little bit, and click on Info. And here's the link for preserving DNA samples. This will open up a new page in your browser, and here you can read about the types of alcohols that are suitable. You can also download this. It's a PDF file.
Before pricking your finger, we don't recommend wiping your finger with alcohol before lancing because alcohol is an astringent which actually tightens the skin and makes obtaining a blood sample more difficult. Instead, just wash your hands with soap and water beforehand. You want to have the right pair of scissors or shears ready ahead of time so that after you've used the swab to collect the blood off of your finger, you'll be able to cut this without a problem. So we're going to check the type of scissors that will work and ones that won't work. Medical scissors, you can see this really cuts it without a problem. Same thing with kitchen shears. You can test it. I want you to test it in advance. Just make sure you can cut it with the ones you're going to use. This is wire cutters, and of course that works perfectly. The ones that won't work are these two. These are regular scissors you cut paper with. This will not cut it, so don't use regular scissors. I tried this too. These will not cut it. So just check it in advance and just have it ready.
And then I also have some permanent ink markers because I'm going to mark the top of the vial to identify that it's me. Usually Lorraine likes blue and I like red. Okay, that way we don't mix our DNA up. I'm going to do it on myself, and hopefully that will encourage you that it's not that difficult to do. So the first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of grain alcohol, put a few drops into the vial until it just about reaches the top of the wood base. Use this finger, right? Because it's easier for me to do it when I'm doing it on myself. If somebody else were doing this for you, all right, you would probably want to use this finger, all right, because the tissue here is a little bit softer. So when I use the Lancet, I'm not going to apply it to the actual fingerprint, and I'm not going to apply it here to the side. It's somewhere in between the actual fingerprint, okay, and the side. There are 2 types of Lancets. I'm going to demonstrate how to use this one first and this one afterwards. Regarding this Lancet, here's how to remove the safety cap. I'm going to grasp the cap and I'm going to turn the body of the Lancet a 1/4 turn. And now I'm going to pull the cap away. It's now ready to use. The crown is the trigger. When I press the crown against my skin, the crown will retract and fire the Lancet. And this is the way the Lancet works, okay? I grab the little gray part here, the little gray tab, and I turn it a couple of times and it'll pop out. Did you see how it popped out? I'll turn it a few more times and I'll pull it out, okay? And now the Lancet is ready to use, you know, just like right there, okay? Oh, I pushed on the little lever. All right. I will now press the crown against my finger to trigger the lancet. And here you can see blood is starting to come out. And I'm going to soak it up with the foam swab. And I'm going to make sure that I drench the foam swab completely with blood. Okay, I'm going to make sure it's nice and wet. Now I'm going to insert the swab into the vial. I'm going to push it all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to push with a little bit of force. I'm going to clean my finger here. You're not going to pull this out, but I'm going to show you here what it looks like. That's the swab at the very bottom of the vial. Okay, and there's a little bit of grain alcohol that's come up about halfway. All right, and I'm going to cut the little handle of the swab off with the cutter. Okay, and there we go. And the swab might want to come back up again, as you can see there. What we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit more alcohol. You can see how it's filling up there. I just put the little extra drops on the little swab handle itself until it's almost full. Then I'm going to hold the swab up against the wood base. I'm going to grab the little flip top cap and I'm going to press it down, and we're done. And that's what it looks like. The tip of the swab is at the bottom with the blood. There's grain alcohol in the top part of the vial, which is going to preserve the blood here. We recommend that you use a vial like this for about 3 or 4 months. It will last up to 6 months. But again, our recommendation is that you swap these out every 3 or 4 months. So when the 3 or 4 months time period comes around, you grab this whole little unit and you toss it in the garbage can, and you do again what I just showed you. Alrighty. So the last step that I'm going to make here, I'm going to go ahead and mark the top of my vial with a little red dot. This is a permanent ink pen. Okay? So that way I know that one's mine, and I can distinguish mine from Lorraine's, which is, going to be blue. All right. Thank you very much, and God bless you.